of the month, we like to introduce you to one veteran in our community. Sergeant Mike Cummings was in the Marine Corps, and he joins News 10's Lydia Alcala to share his story.
Good afternoon, Acadiana. Welcome to another Veterans Voices Spotlight. This month, we are visiting with someone with a very interesting story. Retired Sergeant Mike Cummings with the United States Marine Corps. Mr. Mike, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me here.
We want to hear sort of about your whole time in the service, in the Marine Corps. I know you hopped around a lot.
Right.
Tell us about where you're from and all of your travels throughout the years.
Okay. Well, I joined the Marine Corps straight out of high school and in 1978, and went to boot camp in San Diego. And from there, my first duty was Okinawa, Japan. And after Okinawa, Japan, I was in a fire over there, and then after I got out of the hospital, I was stationed in South Carolina. And then I got out from 82 to 85, and then I was bored, so I went back in. And I was stationed in California with the 1st Battalion, 1st Marines out there. And from there, we would do what they'd call Westpac tours. In 86, we went on one, and we go to places like the Philippines, Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, just all over in the Orient. And it's a good time. I really enjoy it, especially on our time off. We get to do all that sightseeing, and the government paid us, you know, to be there. You know, that's stuff that people pay good money to go on vacations over there, and we were getting paid to be there. And it was definitely not a boring life.
Yeah.
So.
In your time in the service and in that brotherhood of the Marine Corps, we hear the Marines talk a lot about it being a brotherhood. What are some of your biggest maybe lessons learned or things taking away from those years?
When you serve together, you learn to trust each other. You know, it's like if you're doing something, you don't have to worry about the man or the Marine behind you. You know, he's got your back, or got your six, as they call it. So it's a bond that can never be broken. And some of these guys I was stationed with, I've recently been in contact with them again after 40-something years from the first time I was in.
So you'll be on my podcast Homegrown in November on Veterans Days when this segment will air, so November 11th. You guys can mark your calendars. You'll be chatting with me about the Fuji fire. We'll even have the author of the book with us.
Chaz Henry will also be on the podcast with us. And he spent 4 years of his life, his money and his time to research this book and track us down that were in the fire. And when the book came out and I read it, I said, absolutely. He did not Hollywood it up. Facts. You know, it was just no glamour, anything. He just wrote it the way it happened. And he's got my respect. You know, I think he wrote a great book.
I'm excited to read it and hear more about the Fuji fire, and we're also excited to hear more from you on Veterans Day in November. But thanks for joining us and sharing us a little bit of your story.
Thank you for having me.
All right, retired Sergeant Mike Cummings with the United States Marine Corps for this month's Veterans Voices.